Good morning. Welcome to Saturday in the studio. My name is Lisa Schmidt, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm excited to come to you today from Minnesota, where it is sleeting, icy, rainy, cold. But you know what? I'm going to pretend it's spring, which is why I put on this colorful shirt so that I could be like, nope, it's spring. You know what? Sometimes we have to go in our own mind and just believe that reality. So that's what I'm going to do today. We are going to show you, good morning, Diane. I'm going to show you some good masculine cards, excuse me, a masculine card made with the stamp set Wildlife Wonder. And I wasn't at first drawn to it, but then of course I became drawn to it. So let me go ahead and get started and show you this. Wildlife Wonder is so fun. It has this great bear. And again, this is a distinctive, so it has these different shades. For all the great things you do, a note of thanks. Here it is. To a great guy, sending birthday wishes, and you mean so much. And of course, you know I love when there's the script and the solid block font together. I just think that's really fun. And then we've got an owl and we've got a coyote and
wolf.
A wolf, excuse me, a wolf. How would you know the difference?
They look different.
Okay, they look different. Great. So I know if I'm ever stuck in the whatever. Okay. Did you say wolf? There's a wolf. And it has some grounding, which I think is always good. And then those little bit of flowers. So let me show you. I'm going to start with Misty Moonlight, which is one of our in colors. I'm going to make two cards this morning. One, I kind of like to make one that's if you're a beginning stamper or if you're just starting and you need something a little bit simpler, and then take it up a notch. Okay. So this is my first card. Okay. This white is actually for the inside. So I'm just going to adhere that in there. I might decide to stamp on it later. Thank you. All right. And on here, you know what is the perfect color to go with this, or perfect paper, excuse me, to go with this, is this time, no. Hang on. In Good Taste. In Good Taste. It's in the annual catalog. And In Good Taste has all these great backgrounds. You know, sometimes Celebration and the JJ 2022 comes out and we kind of forget about some of these other things. But look how fun these backgrounds are. Like, can you just see plants or the cactus sitting in front of something like that? They're just great textures, so much so that you're like, ooh, I need to touch that because it looks real. I'm going to use, this is the one I'm using this morning. I just flipped it by it, not that one, this one right here. So it looks kind of like a tree. So that is In Good Taste, and it's great. All right, so I'm just going to put this here. I missed a piece, my friend.
What do you need?
I need a piece of old olive just a piece of old olive. All right, I'll go ahead and stamp first, and then I'll come back to that since I just forgot a piece. Good thing we have Dave, right? I'm going to stamp our bear in the espresso, early espresso. And, you know, it's kind of funny. This early espresso, I think I did. Can you see that? Yeah, I must have embossed on here. Thank you. Or embossed with this somewhere nearby. Because
this looks better.
All right, so I'm going to stamp my bear here a little bit up because I do want to put, there we go. I do want to put, I was going to say I rocked it a little bit. I'm going to turn it over because I felt that when I rocked it. Let's go one more time. There we go. Straight down, straight up. There's our bear. And you're killing me, Smalls. Okay. And I asked for Old Olive. He brought me something else that he thinks looked better. Okay, that's all right. All right, let's go ahead and ground him. And Dave thinks we should use the Mossy Meadow, but I wanted to use Old Olive. But we'll go ahead and use Mossy Meadow since that's what he brought me.
Mossy Meadow looks nicer with the wood tones.
Great. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the bear here. And if you look, there is like a little indent there where his feet can kind of sit in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and stamp that, which is why I didn't want to use Mossy Meadow because mine needs to be inked.
Oh. Well, you didn't tell me that part.
Well, I'm telling you now. All right, I'm going to stamp it in Old Olive. Can you just grab me a sheet of Old Olive? Heavy sigh. That's just what I wanted. Just a sheet of Old Olive. All right, friends, we're just going to keep stamping. I'm going to get it nice and dark. There we go. All righty. So, and then I want to stamp that to a great guy. And I'm going to stamp that. Thank you. I'm going to stamp that in our Misty Moonlight. I do love this blue color. It is just a little bit richer than some of our other blues. So I'm going to stamp to a great guy right there. Look how fun that is. All right, and this I'm going to mat just on our Misty Moonlight right here. Okay, so we'll stick that on there. All right, dare I? No, just keep going. Keep going, okay. All right, we'll stamp that, put that on here to a great guy. And I'm going to cut my...
Morning, Karen.
Go ahead and cut my old olive. Thank you.
Don't worry, I already put
at 4.
Mossy Meadow pad on our shopping list.
Oh my gosh. I don't need a new pad. I just need to re-ink it. All right. And by 5 1/4, you saw me jump over to this cutter because I want to make sure it fits on my card. So I cut it 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. Thank you. That makes me very happy. All right, let's go ahead and stick. I'm going to stick my Designer Series paper onto here first. You can take your Mossy Meadow. I don't want it. Love you. Kind of got off to a rough start there. Where's my Designer Series paper now?
You had it.
Here it is. I'm just going to pause for a second and find it. All right, I like to put Designer Series paper on here before I put it on there so that if I need to cut the edges or change it, I can. In this case, I do not. So let's go ahead and put that on. All right, we're going to regroup. This is a gorgeous card. Very simple stamping. I love it. And go ahead and stick this on. Go ahead, Dave. I hear you're going to say something.
Well, no. Well, 2 things. One, anything that has 6 layers, I'm not sure simple qualifies.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then I was also going to say, sometimes even if you've been stamping forever, sometimes you don't want to do intricate. Sometimes you just want something that's a little easier and just boom, boom, boom. There we go.
I would totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Okay, so inside, I'm going to go ahead and stamp something because I want a little something, something inside. Let's go ahead and stamp. I'm going to stamp some trees, and the trees are from Grassy Grove. I'm going to stamp these trees on one side. What? No, we're good. And I didn't want it in brown, but it's in brown now. I wanted it in green. All good. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp my owl with green branches on the other side because I think maybe I'll just do the owl and skip the branches. See, I have too many ink pads open in front of me. This is what happens. Look at these two. So they both look dark. This is green. This is the espresso. That's old olive, and the other one's espresso. So that's where you have to be a little bit careful when you have all your things open. Let's stamp our guy there. Okay. I got this card design from Lisa Youngworth. She's one of my downline, and I'm going to show you her design. I just wanted to change it a little bit, but I do really like hers. But she cut the paper and just kind of angled it there just to give it a little difference. And you can tell her pad is really well inked. I think I just need to re-ink my pads. Okay, so there is one, and should I show you her inside? It's really cute. There we go. All right. They're both really cute though, but there's using our Wildlife Wonder, which is just wild. All right, Dave.
I will say cutting it on the angle sort of gives it more dynamic.
Presence. Yep. Yeah, I thought that too, but I wanted to try it this way. So, all right, go ahead. Take it away, Dave.
All right. So just a quick announcement we want to make this morning. One is the monthly Card Kit Club. By now, everyone who's in the club for February should have already received their stamps, etc., direct from Stampin' Up, as well as all of your materials. So I just wanted to let you know, registration is open for the March Card Kit Club, and to let you know that the March Card Kit Club features Flowering Rain Boots is the stamp set that'll be included. So
Morning, Sandy.
You just want to sign up by the 15th. If you're already enrolled, not a problem. You're already in there. And if you already have Flowering Rain Boots and are in the club, just let us know what you'd like instead, and we will switch it out for you.
Guys, you don't want to miss that. They are just so cute. Anybody who received last month can attest that it is just, it's fun. It's really fun. And I'll send a video with directions and everything for you.
And also, as a reminder, we do have add-ons available for the club. So this month we have the flowers for every season ribbon, the dies, or the enamel shapes. You could add one or all of those to your card kit club order. And the great news with that is you pay no additional shipping. So those are some options for you for this month's card kit club.
Thank you for that public service announcement. Okay, I want to show you some some other cards that two other people have made. This one, here's one. This is made by Lisa Bowell, and again using our bear, just in these nice, in using crumb cake and soft suede and the early espresso, using that ribbon there. And then this has the stripes. It's stripes and stars. Stripes and dots are the embossing folders, and so it's a smaller embossing folder. So yeah, there's that one. And then this one, I really like the pebbles, of course. So this was made by Kathleen Chapman. But I think, how fun is that with these little pebbles here? It just adds a little bit of him walking through. Of course, she cut this out, so popped him up and stamped it on a basic gray instead of on white or crumb cake or brown. So I really like, it's a black bear, right? So that's really fun. And then behind, she has the 3D embossing folder, use it with the pine cones, or with the pine trees is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so, all right, this next card, go ahead, were you going to say something?
I am. If you are just loving wildlife, sorry, all of a sudden forgot.
Wildlife Wonder.
Wildlife Wonder. I put in the chat a link. You can just click that. It'll take you straight in. You can go ahead and just click and order that already with the host code and everything built into it. So that is in the chat.
Thanks, Dave. All right, the next card I'm going to make is, I was just thinking bears and honey. So I was thinking about this 3D embossing folder that's looks like honeycomb. And so then my brain, of course, started going in lots of ways. So I am going to mat this. It's going to be like this. We're going to stamp on here. So I'm not going to build that part yet, but Bumblebee Espresso, and this is vanilla. Now, very vanilla. I thought, I want a tree to put my bear kind of looking up at. And so I pulled out these dies. These are the Beautiful Trees dies. And I cut out a tree. Die cut a tree from using our In Good Taste paper, designer series paper. But then I thought, oh dear, I mean, he's kind of a big bear for that size tree. So could I make the tree bigger? And I thought, yes, I can. So what if I cut out 2 trees and kind of make it look like it's a bigger tree? That's what I was thinking. Dave's like, maybe. That's what I was thinking. So
I wasn't thinking anything. I just looked up.
All right, let's go ahead. I'm just going to use my paper because I don't have my mat right here. And I'm going to put some glue on. And I'm going to use this multi-purpose glue. And again, my dauber's upstairs drying from in the drainer from the last time. That's what I should use, is the dauber with the tree. But okay, you're going to have to bear with me because this is in my brain and I thought it was really fun. So there you go. All right, so I guess we want the tree, I want it to appear taller is what I'm going for. So we're going to put that there, and I'm going to put one more right on top of it. I'm going to trim that branch a little bit, just like that, and just kind of make it a taller tree. Okay? All right, let's try it. You don't try things, we don't know how they work, right? So let's put some glue on here. And sometimes I don't have time to try everything before I show you. So sometimes I have to, we have to go through this together and try it out. All right, there's our second tree. I'm going to make that a little bit taller, so it looks like a big tree. Okay, all right. I'm going to let that dry for a second there. All right, our bear, and I like it actually that it's sticking up a little bit. Our bear is going to be coming here, but first, what is a bear like? Yes, they like honey. So I want to make a little honeycomb hive hanging from here. So I was like, oh, what dye could I use? I'm not going to try to cut a honeycomb. So I looked in here. This was the same tree dyes, beautiful trees. And I saw this. And I was like, okay, well, it kind of looks like a honeycomb, right? Part of it does.
Like a beehive?
Or like a beehive, yes. So let me show you what I did. So I want you to think about your dyes sometimes in different ways. And I'm using our mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss, which is on sale right now. Super handy because it is portable, small, has the several of the dies that go with it are also on sale. Okay, so then check this out. I'm going to run this through again. I don't want this part. I just want the hive. So I'm going to flip this over and kind of make it like a hive, kind of like that. And we'll see what that looks like, because that'll make it a little bit more what we traditionally think of as a beehive, right? The sort of pine cone shape.
Paper wasp one.
Yes, exactly right. So there is more, what I would think of more as in the shape of a beehive. And then when we emboss it with our 3D hive embossing folder, we get this. Okay, it looks like a hive to me. So let's put our hive on I think we might need to stamp the bear first. Because then we don't know where the hive's going to go. So Here's what I'm thinking. The bear is going to, I should have put my tree over further. That's okay. The bear is going to be off the page a little bit. So let's grab some more of that white because he's going to be off. All right, I did re-ink my espresso. So let's see if we can get a better, oh yeah, look at that already. I can see a better bear because I re-inked it and I want, look at that, nice and dark. One more up top. All right, so our bear is kind of going to go like that is what I'm thinking. And we're going to give it a shot. See, it's okay. He's off the paper. Dave was looking at me like, I don't know. It's all right. And then here's our honey. My sweet honey. All right, dimensionals.
What I was actually laughing at with the bear going off the page is, you may not know this, but every time we travel, we pull out suitcases and Lisa will always select the smaller suitcase and I will say, no, we need a bigger one.
I'm like, no, it can fit.
If
we
we're
got
getting
it.
a box for something,
we got it.
Lisa will pick the smaller one and I will say, no, we need a bigger one. So I was looking at this piece of paper going, I think we might need a bigger piece of paper.
Yeah. Well, there it is. There's our bear. Yeah, true. Very true. I sometimes pull out too small of a mixing bowl as well. All right, so I'm going to trim the edge here and get rid of the, sorry, let me just put it on my card and see. Maybe I'll wait till it goes on here so it can go off the edges. I'm going to do that. All right, the last thing we need to do is attach this to here. I don't think I need my white paper anymore. There we go. All right, what are you guys thinking? Interesting, sort of, I mean, it's kind of a different idea, right? To use a die twice to cut out something. Sometimes you have to look differently at things. And then we'll put that there. And of course, we still need words on it. So I thought it was kind of fun. So wait to see my words that I'm thinking.
Maybe on the inside.
Maybe on the inside, but just wait. Just you wait, Henry Higgins. All right, there we go. So I kind of like that. So the tree goes off the edges. We've got this big old honey and the bear. Here's what I'm thinking. We could either do, because I was thinking about how fun it is when you have like make a wish because the bear is wanting the honey, or have a wild birthday because the bear is a wild animal. What do you think, Dave?
I like have a wild birthday.
I figured you would. All right, so we'll do the have a wild birthday, and this is the Wildcats stamp set. You can see I use it for, I keep everything in it that I use. Have a wild birthday. Okay, we can do that. Have a wild birthday. And, oh, I forgot one more thing. Pause before we stamp that. We need to add a bee. We need a bee. So the B comes from Honeybee Home. He's like saying, no, 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 but I'm going to put a B right up here. Yes, I am going to put a B there. I wish you could see Dave's face, but it's okay. I'm good.
Diane voted have a wild birthday also.
Confident in my selection. I am going to use Bumblebee marker, mostly because I don't know if this comes in the Stampin' Blends, but I'm just going to use this because it matches my Bumblebee. Okay, I think the bee is really cute, so there we go. Maybe we do need couch time. Have a wild birthday definitely is going to need to go on the inside because I have already used up like all my space, and Dave's going to die if I try to squeeze it on the outside. So let's go ahead and put it on the inside. Have a wild birthday. You got to love it. I mean, you got to laugh, right? If you don't laugh, you'll cry. So you got to laugh. All right.
Another one that would go well with this is have a sweet birthday.
Oh, good thinking. Have a sweet birthday. And I see I got that there. I'm going to trim. I'll just trim that after. All right, friends. So that, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun, something a little different. And the thanks would also work well there based on the size of it. It's kind of a lot going on the front. I don't know. Dave's like, could have put some grass under here. I mean, we could keep going and make a whole thing, but I'm going to stop there because he's already making faces at me. Here are our bear cards. There we go. I can barely stand it. Bump, bump. All right. So, like I said, this is the one I made this morning. The inspiration came from here, and I thought that'd be a fun one. I'm kind of not done with this yet, but I will figure it out. I wish you could see his face. He's like, are you kidding me? You're not done yet? All right. Did you have one more announcement before we
I do.
destroy ourselves anymore?
Just a reminder, our special of the week is Waves of the Ocean collection. You can go ahead. I will actually post that in the chat as well, the link to go directly there. It includes everything in the collection, plus we will send you recipes, PDF to make 2 cards using this spectacular, beautiful set.
Nice. Thanks, Dave. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed some laughter, had some good laughs with us. We do enjoy each other. We actually started a puzzle this weekend, which we haven't done in a very long time, but it's hot air balloons, which I'm obsessed with. I could go on and on, but I won't. Anyway, I want to, if you ever want to know about hot air balloons in Albuquerque and the Hot Air Balloon Festival, please ask me, because not only have I ridden in one there for free, I also crewed for a company there, or a person there to get up their balloon. Anyway, ramble. Okay, friends, have a great Saturday. Stay warm, enjoy spring, and I will see you on Monday. All right, happy stamping.